All right, good evening, everyone, again. And now this one is the special board meeting of Rio Grande City Gruya ISD. The time is now 6:30, and this meeting was properly posted on June 12, 2025, at 5:15 p.m. We'll begin with roll call. Veronica Barrera present. Mr. Rene Peña.
Present.
Mr. Eduardo Ramirez, absent. Mr. Noe Castillo, absent. Ms. Patsy Garcia. Mr. Jesse Solis.
Present.
Mr. Basilio Berrial.
Present.
And Ms. Guadalupe Garza.
Present.
Thank you. We now will move on to invocation. Prayer will be led by Mr. Peña.
Let's go ahead and bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, today we just want to thank you for having us here once again, Father. We ask you, Father, that you give us the wisdom, clarity, Father, and the direction that we're taking this district, Father, that we may prosper, Father, as we move forward and be able to provide our children and our staff, Father, the best environment and workplace possible, Father. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you. And now, Mr. Jesse, for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to
To
the
the
flag
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Public comments on agenda items. Ms. Ibarra, do we have any? No? We will now continue section 6, which are the action items through A through G. Item 6A, consider and take possible action on adoption of the 2025-2026 annual budget. Do I have a motion to approve item 6A?
So move.
A second?
second.
Mr. Jesse, any further discussion? If not, all those in favor, raise your right hand.
Mr.
All those
President,
against?
I'm abstaining.
Abstains? Okay, Mr. And motion passes. Item 6B, consider and take possible action on budget amendment 2025-9. Can I have a motion to approve item 6B as presented?
So move.
Can I have a second? Second. Patsy, any further discussion? If not, all those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion passes. Item 6C, consider and take possible action on change order request 032 from Gerlach Builders LLC for the Gruya Middle School. Any questions on this item?
We had already talked about this, right?
Yeah. And so basically, just to say a little bit about this, this is a change order request for La Gruya Middle School. It's for a gate, which is $4,985. And it's something that is needed, I believe, and they're recommending that we approve this.
Mr. Garza, I just want to know, by when is that school going to be completed?
The contractor is trying to hand it over to the school by the end of this month.
Okay, thank you.
By the end of this month?
Let me add something else to that. I believe the gymnasium might be like a week after that, but by and large, at least 5 of the buildings by the end of the month.
Is Mr. Science here? Mr. Eddie Science?
Yes. Mr. Science?
Eddie, were you all able to go in there and start working on the technology part of the middle school?
Perfect.
So we'll be good by the end of school year. Thank you, Eddie.
Good. All right, can I have a motion to approve item 6C?
So move.
Can I have a second? Patsy, any other discussion? If not, all those in favor, raise your right hand. And motion passes. Item 6D, consider and take possible action on change order request 033 from Gerlach Builders LLC for Gruya Middle School. And this change order, it's for a concrete vault. It's $16,500, and apparently it's something that we need, and this is coming from the water unit.
Gruya, yes, ma'am, that's correct.
And so it's something that needs to be done. Did we get a price for, it says if approved an amount goes over allowance, that amount?
I did ask about that. Mr. Garza, they're asking about the percent. If you see there, we get a 1%, a 5% increase in case we go over the allotted amount. Can you give us a little bit more information on that?
Yes, ma'am. We have a built-in betterment fund in the project.
Which we're done.
And let me just say that betterment fund was like 1.08% of the budget. Usually, the betterment fund is up to 4%. So the betterment fund we had for this project was very, very low compared to the size of the whole budget for the school. And in fact, I think during the value engineering stage, $200,000 was removed from it. And I might want to add, and I don't know if you all know, but I reduced my fee by $250,000. So, and I contributed this to the school district so that the project would be, help it be in the budget, and it was way over. But that was
$250,000?
$250,000, that's correct, ma'am.
Well, thank you.
That came from our fee. And what it is, the markup on the change orders is once you use the betterment fund, then they'll charge you overhead and profit. In the meantime, when you have the betterment fund, it's already included there. So as you're using it through the construction process, they don't charge you that because it's already built into it. But now that the betterment fund exhausted, and now they're charging overhead and profit, you know, it's about a 15%. And it looks, I'm looking at something here that says that the school district would cover $17,820 out of pocket. I don't know if that includes the items plus the change order, the overhead and profit of the contractor.
No, this concrete vault was not included in the original plans when they were building the school, okay, Delfino?
No, and it was something that is not required, but like those water meters that La Grulla, that La Union requested, they're also requesting this vault.
What is the vault for, sir?
I believe it's to house the water meters. They put them in this concrete structure, I guess to protect them. You know, eventually water and all kinds of stuff gets in it, but you know,
We didn't
it's
try
for the
sending
protection.
anybody to negotiate and see if we could do away with it. There's, no?
My understanding, I don't know, Mr. Lopez is here. Thank you, Mr. Lopez. I know that we have been communicating. We said, there's a difference between a need and a want, right? And apparently this is a want from the city is what I understand, or the water union supply. It's not necessary to do it. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. In talking to Delfino and Fabian today, I had a meeting with them. I know in terms of their opinion, it's more of a want. It's not something that is needed. Now, the only thing here is Grulla High School has the same vault. They do have the same type of setup. Unfortunately, when we were early on with the project, there was not much communication between us and Union Water. So, again, I just found out about this change order today.
So what is the purpose of the vault again?
Again, basically what it is you're trying, so when they're cutting the yard, dirt, water, so what it is, it's like a coffin. You have a coffin, you have the water meters in there, and they're protected. When you're going to go and read a meter or work on a meter, you open it up and you go into the coffin.
And how many coffins are we talking about?
It's a one.
And they're charging $17,000 for that enclosure? Seems like outrageous.
So I don't know that we'll have any more constructions, but I think that's one thing that we should be on the lookout. If there's anything that we can go and like set up a meeting and go talk to these people, if they tell him you have to do it, but it's really not needed, that we make sure it's 16,000, but still, it's thousands and thousands and thousands. It just accumulates, making sure that we are trying our best to not pay things that are unnecessary.
Correct me if I'm wrong, can't you just put 4 or 6 steel posts, 2-inch, all around the meter, and you're not gonna be able to get to it? If the concern is about cutting grass, just put some poles around it. That's a lot cheaper.
And again, that is something that we just found out today. So like Dr. Barrera said, is there other options? Is there maybe cheaper alternatives? Again, that will be up to you all. If you want me to go and look into something like that, we can look into it.
Marin, what are the repercussions, about not putting that, I mean, we've got water running already, right?
Yeah, we do
So
have
what are
water.
repercussions on our part if we do not put this vault around the water meters?
Again,
And we
Mr.
go
Pe-
and we choose otherwise to do
Yeah,
something
right
different?
now, Mr. Peña, the good thing is now we are on speaking terms with Union Water. As a matter of fact, I just talked to one of their board members here, an hour ago. But again, since I found out today about this, it has really, again, with the actual project, the buildings, we went and did a walkthrough of the buildings. Again, this is outside of the building, so I guess I can ask Mr. Fabian here in terms of them getting clearance if that has anything to do with that.
You see how tall he is? That's how far the water meter is down under the ground,
Oh,
okay?
okay.
So the union, what they said was, has to go in a vault, has to get protected. The second water meter doesn't need it. So that one, we're able to put it above ground. If you look at the one going into straight towards the high school, that is above ground. This one is about 6, 7 feet under the ground. You don't want to put the vault, you want to put pipes around it.
All right, so this one, you said,
It's a danger issue for one, your kids, anybody driving through there,
Okay.
goes
All right.
in there, cutting the lawnmower, whatever, they hit that pipe,
We got it. We understand now.
okay?
All right, thank you.
That's why, now, it's made out of concrete, steel, it's 6 foot by 9 foot, about 6 foot high.
And it has a lid on it.
And it has a lid on it, a metal lid on it. So you gotta have at least a 3-foot clearance or 2.5-foot clearance on each side of that water meter so they can work on it in the future.
All right, thank you for answering our questions. That was item 6D. Do I have a motion to approve item 6D as presented?
it's not going to extend the delivery date, right? And the-
Delivery date, no, we're still the same
We're
date,
on
right?
track.
Yeah, we're approving it, so. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
And can I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor, raise your right hand. And motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 6E, consider and take possible action on requisitions under Task B Policy CH, purchasing and acquisition. And so these, the only concern we had was, well, one of the concerns is that these are invoices without purchase orders. And these are a lot.
Yeah, this is concerning because I totaled them up, and to have purchases without purchase orders, I think we have talked about it at every meeting that comes up. And even at that, I think, Ms. Garza, you need to address it with individuals, that we have that in place where we do not purchase anything without purchase orders. The amount totaled to $70,163 that got purchased without purchase orders. I think that's uncalled for, and I think we need to rein in those expenditures because it's out of control.
Out of
It seems
control.
like never ending.
The majority are from the athletic department, then it's the maintenance department, and a couple of schools, but not too many, but really the grand majority is maintenance and athletic, I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
And so we just need to make sure that our directors are doing, following the procedures to make sure that we're spending money wisely and,
And I would like to know, Dr. Barrera and Mr. Peña and the rest of the board members, This is, and I am sorry that we have all of these expenditures, without purchase orders, close to about 70,000. I know that that was one of my priorities coming in, to ensure that you would not get this extensive list anymore. Unfortunately, here we are today with a bigger list than what we have brought forward. Like you said, totaling close to about $70,000. But I do want to let you know that once we did put new administration into the maintenance department, these are the ones that for some reason had not been given to us prior, and all of a sudden, these amounts, which are the ones that are basically the most amount in the maintenance department, I want to say close to about $55,000, $60,000, they were just submitted to us, and that is the reason that you see this. But I can guarantee you that with the new directors, and of course our chief that we have, our new personnel that we have in that department, this will not happen again. It has nothing to do, and I want to make sure, it has nothing to do with our employees at the maintenance department. They do a phenomenal job. It was just the way that we were, I guess, running that department, but I can assure this will not happen again.
Yeah, because we have bills
I've
from.
got a question real quickly. How do you handle, like, for example, I'm looking at Whataburger. So let's say the girls go out, the tennis boys go out, the tennis girls go out, the basketball team goes out, everybody's going out. So how do you even begin, how come we just don't give them an open PO or things of that nature? Because it's impossible to do work orders when you have all kinds of sports going on. Not only sports, you have music, activities, and things of that nature. So how are you going to do a
At
PO
the
for
same
everyone?
time- Yeah, at the same time, I think that each sport has its own schedule, and I don't think that the games come in surprisingly, certain days. I think that once you follow your schedule and you submit your POs with time, that would take care of that. I don't think there should be a problem. They get a schedule, they know with time. There's no reason for them to be, going out getting Whataburger without purchase orders. They've got a schedule, they know it's
They
not
have
something unexpected.
staff
It's something
to
that
help
they already
them.
know beforehand. So I think there's no excuse for something like this to be happening.
And then there's one here, transportation from 2022.
Correct.
It's for $100, but it's a ticket, I guess. I don't know, it's just a-
There's from 2022,
Is it-
2020, yeah,
toll fee?
3.
If I may, on that one, we just received it, and also the transportation director made me aware. He was not aware of that invoice being out there. Whenever we do have employees travel and they use a tollway, we usually get the fees or the invoice, and we pay them right away, but that one, we just don't know why it was outstanding.
Who was in charge before?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Who was in charge before
Of,
of this? Of the
Which one?
2022 invoice?
oh, well, we did.
But
Business
you-
office,
but you-
transportation.
But you weren't
department.
getting these invoices,
No,
were you?
No, we were not.
But the tollway doesn't come in for a couple of months, correct?
Right.
So you're not going to be able to get a PO for a tollway that doesn't even bill you till a couple of months later, correct?
Right.
Months I understand, but 2022,
2022.
Yeah, the 2022 one.
months I understand.
That's another bill, that's another one. We have another one for 2022. And we have even, all last year, January, February, March, I think it's,
No, as long as we don't get into, we don't pay the toll that is in the
What happens, I think, if you don't pay the toll eventually?
I'm just hoping that
bus
one
is-
day we're
is gonna
caught
be
up with our
fined.
bills, because this is ridiculous that we're paying old bills. It's like, I'm serious, like, it feels like we're never gonna finish. How are we ever gonna dar un paso para adelante? We're kind of just paying old debt that should have been paid a long time ago.
Dr. Barrera, I'll speak on behalf of maintenance now that we've been there for a few weeks. As simply as I can say this, we had very, very bad procedures. Any employee from maintenance could go straight to the secretary at maintenance and just leave her, requisition, I need this, I need tires, I need a battery, I need paint, so they were getting bombarded. So there was just a disconnect within the department. So since Ms. Peña has been there, again, very simple. It's not rocket science. We have procedures in place.
So let me
And
ask,
that's those
let me ask,
Let me finish, sir. I'll answer your question. Now, employees have to go to their supervisor. Their supervisor has to go to the director, and only the director will go to her secretary to turn in a requisition. Then the director will keep me informed as to what needs to happen. And then from there, we communicate with the business office, which again, the communication between myself and Ms. Robles has gone very well. One thing that was being done, again, why it was taking 6 months, a year, I don't have an answer. All I can tell you with confidence is now that we have procedures in place, everything has been running smoothly. We've had a couple of emergencies over the weekend. Here in the last few weekends, we deal with the issue and the vendor, but by Monday morning, we are with a requisition at the business office already dealing to pay the vendor that was needed for that emergency. So, go ahead, sir.
My question is, let's say you need a capacitor and an air conditioning, and that capacitor is $50. But what is the turnaround by the time that you ask for the capacitor, then you get a PO, and then you go over there? If let's say a classroom with kids doesn't have air conditioner, what is the turnaround?
Okay,
rate?
the priority is always the campuses. Whatever we have pending, we've made it very clear to principals, made it very clear to our directors here at central office. Anything involving classrooms, we will take immediate action. So again, in the short time that we've been there, business office, everything has gone great. Everything has gone smoothly. Whatever it is that we need, of course, if it's a part that, I'll give you an example. We're having issues here in the multipurpose. Our superintendent's office has no air, but that's out of everybody's control because the part that we're looking for is going to take 7 days to get here. So there's nothing we can do there.
So what's the turnaround rate? That's what I'm asking. So
Can I answer that, Mr. Lopez, please?
I can't answer that because it depends what the part is.
let's say
Mr.
a
Lopez,
capacitor.
can I answer that,
Yes.
please? I think the question, Mr. Arada, that you're asking now that, we do have a new leadership in that area, and I can attest to it. The turnaround, what you're asking is that if we submit the requisition, what is the turnaround to get the PO?
In other words, what's the turnaround to get that part? In other words, I need
Okay,
a
if it is,
$50
I thought you were asking
capacitor.
about the PO, because the PO, we
part?
had that communication where we get it within 15, 30 minutes. We are no longer waiting a year
Yeah,
to get
we're
that
not
PO.
waiting. Now-
As far as the part, as Mr. Lopez said, it's beyond
Okay.
our control. We do not know when that part will be
Yeah, I mean,
available, sir.
If McCoy's has the part, I'll tell you the turnaround is 1 hour.
Okay.
But this
Thank-
example here, the turnaround is 7 days. So it depends on the situation.
And I want to thank Ms. Garza and the attorneys. I've noticed that they have been pushing to get everything in order because it wasn't. And I think that from here on, taxpayers can rest assured that the board and the new administration is really taking care of every dollar that they pay. Because those dollars, we're paying them to the school so that it could benefit our children, not for them to be mishandled, not paying our bills on time and things like that. From here on, I think that the taxpayers can rest assured that we're going to be paying our bills on time and dealing and with all these, we will be responsible with every dollar that goes through the district. All right, thank you so much. Let's move on. That was 6F.
That was 6E.
6E. We're going to 6E. All right, so if there are no further questions or discussion, can I have a motion to approve item 6E as presented?
So move.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. And yes, Mr. Randall?
Yes.
Motion passes. Item 6F, consider and take possible action on requisitions 5,000 and over. I'll give you some minutes to go through those.
And if I may, we got some emails right now from some of our directors that they're going to be needing some purchases for when we come back. So I don't know that they're not obviously on your list and they're not on the addendum. but we have something from special ed that came in for on-site professional learning that will happen in July, as soon as we come back. I don't know if that's something we can add, or if that can be,
No.
you'd let me know, or let us know.
For July?
For July 15th,
You can add it if it's being recommended by the superintendent, obviously.
Mr. Guerrero, what items were there, sir? I'm sorry.
it's for on-site professional learning, is for Mr. Guerrero, for special ed. They have a training, so it will happen as soon as we come back, but it's over 5,000, it's 5,250.
Yes, thank you. That is correct. Right now, he's not submitting the curriculum. However, he is submitting the amount that we need for training as soon as we get back for the next school year, and that is, goes over $5,000, and that is the reason that I am, administration is requesting your approval for that, because our special ed unit teachers do need excuse me, that training as soon as they come back. And these are from out of state, so this is not something that we can get, within 1 week. We need to ensure that we have that PO so we can ensure that they do come over and train all our unit teachers at the special ed unit. So that's why we are requesting your approval for that as well.
All right.
And
Any
it-
questions?
But that's not here today.
It's not here.
You did not bring that one with you? I did not.
An attachment?
An attachment or something?
I was just emailed at 6:04.
Okay.
It's that one.
And I do have another email from maintenance as well. So Ms. Peña is here in case y'all have any questions. Some stuff we need for maintenance. And as well, it's in the email.
So my deal is, can we vote on something that is not
Not presented
here?
to us.
And
No,
It doesn't have to be?
It's not in the agenda.
Okay.
as long as you can identify what you're approving.
So just to clarify, we can vote on it even though we do not have it, because it's a recommendation from Ms. Garza, but we're going to make sure, this is something we're going to work on making sure that we don't get last-minute documents so that the board has enough time to go through them and know what we're voting on.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Any other questions, discussion? If not, do I have a motion to approve item 6F as presented?
Let me just clarify.
Okay,
before
go
we-
for it. Okay.
Mr. Guerrero, none of these things that have been presented today, they have not been performed yet. None of the work, I know we've got transportation that we're approving. We have road techs, we have Johnstone, we have train
Fence.
company, we have fences, excellent fence. None of this work has been done, or
We're
has it
waiting-
already been
We're
done?
waiting on your approval so that we can go ahead and process purchase.
So nothing has been done yet? Nothing has been done at
What's on
all?
the list? No,
Thank you.
no, sir.
All right. So do I have a motion
So move.
and a second?
Second.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. And motion passes. Item 6G, consider and take possible action on awarding the following bid, RFP 2540, Property and Liability Insurance and Workmen's Compensation Excess Insurance. And there was two proposals, and they're recommending Montalvo Insurance Agency. It was cheaper, and it,
It's not cheaper.
let me see.
Who are we currently working with in this insurance?
Currently, right now?
Yeah, currently.
Montalvo.
Montalvo?
Insurance.
And how have they been? They've
Yes, sir.
been good?
And they're here if y'all have questions for them as well.
It increased to $241,000 from last year.
That is correct.
2024 to 2025.
The general liability went up. Auto insurance.
Correct me if I'm wrong, it's not the cheapest, but the other insurance doesn't cover excess work, crime,
it is
liability,
the
educator.
cheapest.
It omitted a bunch of policies,
cheaper.
correct?
Based off of what was provided, they are the cheaper one. The one comes in at 1.7, the other one comes in 1.8.
All right. Do I have a motion to approve item 6G?
So move.
Can I have a second?
I'll second. Let me just ask one question. Errors and omission goes under where, sir? Errors and omission, that's
Errors
a
and
policy that protects the board if you get sued. I just want to know, do we have coverage for that or not?
We do, but
Errors and omission?
liability,
It's called errors and omissions.
Errors and
This is
omissions.
for,
Yeah, I think the representative is here.
Well, Mr. Montalvo, do we have errors and omissions coverage, maybe a better word?
Good evening, Dr. Barrera, Superintendent Garza, board members. Yes, sir, you do have, very important to have that when you sit on the board, the school board legal liability, which is also known as errors and omissions.
And where is it here? Is it here or is it in another policy?
It's a standalone policy.
It's a different policy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but we do have it,
Oh, yes, sir.
okay. And when does it expire?
7/1,
Huh?
July 1st.
So it's right around the corner then?
Yes, sir.
Have you,
they're together here. It's part of the overall package.
where's errors and omission? That's what I'm asking.
No, that's not,
this says something.
Jesse, my assistant, will help you out. Yes, it's there listed down at 60,307, 60,307.
Which is it?
The 60,357.
Okay.
307.
Educators, employers, legal liability?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
It's also known as that.
that's fine, that's all I needed.
If no further discussion, all those in favor raise your right hand. And motion passes. All right, that is it. We will now move on to Section 7, Executive Session for Item A as listed on the posted agenda under Texas Government Code Sections 551071 through 76 and 551082 through 84. The time is now 7:02 p.m. And we're now moving to executive session. The time is now 7:35 p.m. and we're back in open session. May I have a motion to approve item 8, deliberation regarding the superintendent's recommendations concerning administrative personnel, including but not limited to certified and not certified administrators and certain chief and director level positions relating to appointments, employment, reassignments, and contract recommendations, Texas Government Code 551074. Do I have a motion? Monday.
Madam President, oh, no, go ahead.
Do I have a motion?
So move.
Second? Second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. And motion passes.
Okay, Madam President. I would like to announce at this time, however, I would like to thank each and every person that did apply for the positions that we're about to announce tonight. First, for purchasing agent, we have Karina Nacianceno. I apologize if I said that incorrectly. We have Dean of Instruction for Gruya Middle School, Elizabeth Villarreal. Dean of Instruction for Preparatory for Early College High School, Daniel Ramirez. Director of Student Services, Serapio Triaez. Principal at General Ricardo Sanchez, Jesse de la Cruz. Principal at Alberto Encelia Barrera, Armando Gutierrez. Principal at Dr. Mario Ramirez, Adriana Guerra. Principal at Gruya Middle School, Enedelia Rios. Principal at Veterans Middle School, Enrique Cantu. Principal at H2E Middle School, Omar Peña. And Principal at Early College High School, Melissa Salinas. Congratulations to each and every one of you.
All right, we now move on to Section 9, public comments on non-agenda items. Do we have any? None. Okay, thank you, Ms. Becky. And that is it. The time is 7:37, and I declare this meeting adjourned. Thank you and have a great evening.
Madam President, before we leave tonight, I would like to acknowledge and honor two individuals that have been with us for many, many years. We appreciate your hard work. We're going to miss each and every one of you, and that would be Mr. Eddie Sainz, and of course, our very own Miss Becky. Thank you so much for your years of service. You will truly be missed, but thank you. And just wish everyone a great summer. We got 3 weeks off. Get some rest because we have a lot of work to do getting back. Thank you and enjoy.